Hello there. Welcome to a Dude's Nerdery. We're going to unbox the Scout Trooper and Speeder Bike with Grogu, do some scale comparisons, and then we'll throw Luke and Mando on the Speeder Bike to see which figure looks the coolest on it. The top of the box is a Star Wars Black Series logo and toy photography. This is a wide box, the equivalent of greater than 2 regular Black Series figures. And for you fellow inbox collectors, you are really in for a treat with this nice big clear window. I really appreciate how this matches the color scheme and the art on the side of the box for the rest of the Mandalorian wave. Back of the box has toy photography with description. Part 2, Scale Comparisons. This takes me right back to the Season 1 Episode 8 finale Redemption. I kinda want to get revenge for him punching Baby Yoda in the head, don't you guys? Here it is scaled next to Enfys Nest and her swoop bike. The swoop bike is so cool, but it's also way too long to fit in a DTOF. I think they look really cool next to each other, and I appreciate how different they are. Here's the speeder bike next to my third favorite Star Wars vehicle of all time, the Snow Speeder. I know they don't go together, but it's cool to see different Star Wars vehicles scale together, don't you guys think? I'm not an expert, but it feels like the Snow Speeder would scale a bit larger next to the speeder bike. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Part 3, the speeder bike itself. I love this speeder bike. It's like a matte bone white color. The tech and the details on it pop, and it's completely different than the speeder bike from the Heroes of Endor set. Love how you can see the mud from Navarro on the front fins. You have 2 red dots and the blaster. Coming back up to the main body of the bike, again you can see more of the Navarro mud splattered across the front of it. You have 2 handlebars, and then you've got lots of tech and gadgets, and I appreciate that they're 3D and raised. They're not just little painted on dots. That is so cool. The seat is a brownish gray, which then matches all the tech underneath. I mean, look at the tubing in the engine. And then it looks like you have another blaster there in the middle. Pull this out. And then again, more tech on the bottom. So it just looks so cool from every angle. As you continue through to the end, you have more of the Navarro mud, then a real nice leather bag, and then the back of the speeder bike. One other feature to note is these stirrups are removable, and they have pegs in them to help hold the figure's legs in place. Real nice touch. I'm really appreciative that they have that. Let's compare the Speeder Bike Scout Trooper to the Gaming Great Scout Trooper. Both had the same upgraded body mold and articulation. The main difference is paint application and accessories. The Speeder Bike Scout has Navarro Remnant Trooper paint apps all over it. I love the dust, mud, and weathering. It really looks like a trooper wearing the same armor since the fall of the Empire. It also looks really cool under the LEDs in the display. Both come with the Scout Trooper Mini Blaster. The Gaming Great Scout comes with the Electro Stick and Battery Pack chest belt. Looks really cool against the stark white armor. The Biker Scout comes with the targeting practice module that you saw in the show where they kept missing it, as well as a leather sack with Grogu in it. Grogu is part of the rubber sack mold and cannot be removed. I appreciate how it's inherently held up so you can see Baby Yoda, but you have the ability to close it if you'd like to. Once you get him pressed in, that actually does look really sweet closed. Dude, even when it's closed, you could still see Grogu in there, man. That's really cool. Just love all the wrinkles and movement in the bag. It looks like a real leather sack, and then that's really cool detail on there with the silver, red, and white. I think in display I'm going to have it popped open like this. Let me know how you guys are going to use this accessory in the comments. Check out this neat little feature, man. Grogu's head actually rotates. You can see past my fingers side to side as well as up and down. That's really cool that he's not stationary. Nice little touch, Hasbro. I think this would look cool on Mando too. How about you guys? Side to side, up and down really well, and you get a little bit of head tilt. Shoulder comes out all the way and you get a nice 360. Really appreciate how the armor is soft and does not hinder any movement with it. Also, check out this double pin elbow joint, man. That is crazy flexible, bending all the way back, easily can touch his face. Good 360-degree rotation at the waist with a little tilt side to side. Thigh cut, double pin knee joint, goes all the way back. Cut at the boot as well, and then really appreciate these boots with the tread on the bottom, and they get great rotation back and forth side to side. Which figure looks the coolest on the bike? Dude, this is my first speeder bike out of box since I was a little kid. Instantly makes me remember how much I love putting Luke, Leia, and the little murder bears on them, and reenacting that scene from Return of the Jedi. Let's throw a few figures on the bike and see what happens. First up is Beskar Mando. We've seen him on speeder bikes multiple times on the show. He fits really well, and he looks so expletively cool on it. Don't you guys think? Kind of makes me want to grab another speeder bike just to have one for him in the display. Next up is Endor Luke. This has all the feels for me, man. Reminds me of being 6 years old, seeing Return of the Jedi in the theater, and dreaming of flying around on a speeder bike just like my hero Luke. He is definitely short for a stormtrooper. His feet won't touch the pedals. The final contestant is the Remnant Scout Trooper. I love how his weathered and muddied armor mirrors the streaks and weathering to the speeder bike. It definitely takes me back to this episode seeing the Scout Trooper on the bike with Grogu in the bag. As cool as Beskar Mando looks, this is definitely the best fit for the display for me. This figure and bike look on point together, and I love it when figures remind me of a movie or show like this one does. Dude, the only thing that might top this is reenacting the scene with IG-11 on the bike with Grogu. I'm glad we're easily able to answer the question that the Scout Trooper definitely looks the best on this speeder bike. The combination of the dirty, muddied, weathered armor with the dirty, muddied speeder bike, leather bags, and it takes you back to that moment on the show just makes it a really cool synergistic effect, and I cannot wait to put it in the display with the rest of my Mandalorian figures. Now my wheels are spinning and I need a second one for Mando and then maybe a third one for IG-11 if it'll fit on there. That would look pretty cool, but then that would be speeder bike excessive, I think. So I think one for sure, maybe a second down the line if they're on sale. Let me know in the comments below how you guys are using your speeder bikes or if you kept them in box. As always, appreciate the comments and interaction. Please like, subscribe, and ring the bell to join the noble quest of building this action figure collection. See you real soon.